Hello viewers, and welcome to 1 to 10, the beer reviewing show where we review a beer after 1 beer, and then again after...
Why are you dressed as a pirate?
And then again after 10. I'm Daniel Thompson.
And I am Mark Hughes.
And this week we are reviewing the Black Guinness.
Yeah.
We usually drink the first 6 out of cans, but as this is a stout with a widget in it, we're going from glasses from the top.
That's the stuff.
Oh, fuck my arse.
Fuck my ass. It's the Guinness.
So Mark,
Watch this place.
can number 1.
Delicious Guinness.
I felt like I had to go round the eye patch. Oh yeah. Got a funeral pint.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about beer.
It's black. And it's
I don't
got
know
a
if you're
white
from other countries and like is
No, I'm
your
from Ireland as
introduction
well.
to stout though completely different? Because if you're Irish, you don't really recognise other stouts exist, apart from if you're like from Connacht, like Murphy's and Beamish. Apart from Guinness, so like Guinness is what we think of as stout, and I wonder in other countries are they drinking like stouts and then they try Guinness and then they're like, oh my god, this would be
They worked
amazing.
it out. They perfected it.
I think Guinness will always remind me of summer. It always reminds me of my local pub. Everybody in Ireland judges how good a Guinness is by how close it is to their local pub's Guinness, I would say. So everyone thinks their local does the best pint of
Yeah,
Guinness.
obviously you have that nostalgia associated with it because like,
Completely.
that's how you do it properly. Other people are wrong.
And I'd say it's very much a cultural touchstone in Ireland, Guinness. And it needs to be looked at as that. Because you watch Americans drinking that bottled fizzy Guinness. Listen, the foreign export is not Guinness. It's Coca-Cola mixed with stout. Let's talk about our 1 can rating. So viewers, our 1 can rating is usually based on if you could only drink one of them, what would it be like? And so usually this is about how delicious it is. It's not about how sessionable it is or easy on the stomach or any of that. It's just taste-wise, if you could only drink one of them, would you choose this? And for me, as a stout, I'm gonna give this a 9. Because I have had like stouts sometimes where like a really good dessert stout or a really like cool, like maybe an oat milk stout or something that really kind of tickled my fancy. But I think like that's very expensive for what it is and very fancy for what it is. I think Guinness is as close to perfection as you get from a draft pint without it being something extortionate. And out of a can, it's nearly as good, to be honest, as draft. I think Guinness have really nailed their can technology.
9 is good, but it doesn't go far enough, I feel.
You're gonna give it the 10.
I'm giving it 10. My
can't
first
argue
ever 10 can rating because it's just fucking. It's just a. Sheena Feena fall. I thought we cans.
So, as I said, like Guinness is kind of nearly mythological in Ireland, and so there's like weird little things about how you test pints according to where you grew up and stuff. One of the ones I would always do is when you have a pint of Guinness to tilt it and see can the head come over the
Slightly over the lip without spilling.
So like, does it hold its structure? My dad always says that you should be able to count the amount of sips you've had out of a pint of Guinness, but like you should be able to see like a little foam layer on the glass.
I think a lot of people as well when they're drinking their first Guinness, they drink down. We don't have the Guinness brand written on it here, but if you drink down to the G, like some people say the middle of the G or underneath the word, where the first sip. No, the first sip should go down to there.
Yeah.
So like some people swear by it.
Guinness has changed their glassware extensively over the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Because
and some people hate it as well. Where, like if you have the new Guinness glass, they're
again,
like, no, don't give me that.
Ridiculous
Sacrilege.
thing. There's been 4 different Guinness glasses, I believe, in the last 20 years, and every iteration has like caused mayhem in this country. There was one, I would say about like maybe 10 or 11 years ago, because when I started drinking in pubs, and it was like a thinner, taller glass with like a little bit of an Art Deco thing at the bottom,
There was,
and they were all sent back.
Like,
and they were all sent back because our lads were like, fuck you, I'm not drinking Guinness out of that.
This glass doesn't work.
Was a
it's
fucking
like,
disaster.
What do you mean it doesn't work? No, it doesn't taste the same. It's like, it's fucking Guinness that is in that glass. Just drink the Guinness.
So, bone of contention, viewers, is how you say more than one of these bad boys. According to Guinness as a company, you just say 2 Guinness. I personally like Guinnesses, and if I'm being a bit cheeky, Guinai.
Definitely Guinai.
Guinai.
Dos Guinai, por favor.
Guinai for an eye.
Guinai for an eye. Leaves the whole world pirates.
I would love to meet the guy who first made Stout, where his boss came in and
Fucked it up.
and he's like,
oh.
like he'd fallen asleep, like, and the fucking barley was all roasted to bits. And he came, he was like, fuck it, maybe they won't notice, maybe we'll be fine, maybe we'll come and fine. And he made the beer, and it came out jet black, and he was like, I am fucked.
Well, he was like,
There's no way I'm getting away with
moron.
That's
pretty good. That's not bad. I'm enjoying the novelty of no bubbles. Like this is the first beer
not
that
having
we've
like.
had. I like rapid fire burps. I've not burped once.
Welcome to our segment that you know and love, Scalability. How quick we can scull the can. We have our first guest, which is our new housemate, David.
Yeah.
And for those who would like to join Canamaniacs, you have to do 10 of something to join us for Scalability. David here is sporting 10 ties.
What have you done with your life?
It's kind of put out here that I don't skull drinks normally, so it's going to be a very poor effort for me.
Oh, I hate sculling,
But,
David, and I came up with this segment.
Clearly these two are alcoholics and I'm just a drunk.
Keep going. You can't be a special guest and then not do this, or you
No,
will
I'm
get
doing
roasted.
it. I'm doing it. I'm just not doing it very well. That's all.
I was 15, you were 16.
Oh, disgusted. Betrayal.
You're so
There's
angry.
those cans yesterday.
There's that more left in the glass as well.
That's fucking foam. Oh, I know, it's true.
Okay, David's done. David did it.
We'll definitely get sick, but
About 40 seconds.
Okay, let's go through it.
I think that Guinness is by far for me the easiest thing to scull. As you saw there, I got it down in 15 seconds. Nice, lovely, nice smooth pint. I don't even feel gaggy or I don't feel gassy with it. Like speaking about the gassiness earlier. If you're gonna scull anything, order yourself a nice cold creamy pint of Guinness. Scalability rating, I've got to give it a 10. I can't imagine anything that's easier to scull that's alcoholic.
Yeah.
10.
In summary, to paraphrase, everything that was said there. And I think I'm going to have to do another Scalability because I refuse to be beaten. And I'll do a standing
challenge later.
I'll do a standing one, yeah. We might do a lot of Scalability today, that's what I feel.
If I keep winning, we'll do a lot of Scalability.
What I will give is 10 out of 10, 100%. Like, it's one of my favourite beers, love necking it. Like, drinking it quick, drinking it slow, drinking it in between, drinking it with your bum, fucking love it.
So David, as our guest, and as somebody who said that they're not a confident or sculler, but you are a bartender, so you know alcohol well.
As someone who
Yes.
isn't confident, what do you think?
So
Well, the
how
last-
do you feel that your sculling went on it?
I'd give it an 8.
Okay,
Just because how smooth it went down. But the last time I sculled a pint of Guinness, I had 2 shots of tequila in it, and that didn't go down very well. So this is definitely
It's reminding
much
you
better.
That,
Yeah. So
bringing that
The
back.
fear is involved.
yeah.
I suppose,
So I think it would have been a 10 out of 10 if I didn't have that in my head that I had tequila in this one.
that was poison.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
we
Dahmer,
will
thank you for
see
your
you
support.
probably before Bang for Buck. But it was nice. Let's have a round of applause for our first guest.
Our first
David.
guest.
Yay!
Who's gonna in the world?
Who's going to get sick right now? Because that was.
And a live audience. Guest
Hey!
and a live audience. Hey!
We pulled out all the stops here
No.
for the end of season 1 of 1 to 10. Woo!
Give us your money. Okay,
Let's go.
Wow.
Guinness is very, very famous in Ireland, and it's famous for being Irish. But
It's famous worldwide, though. I mean, like it's
yeah, but it's
an
famous for
international
being
brand.
Irish.
Yeah.
But the place that actually brews the most Guinness is Nigeria.
Nigeria is the
and they brew it
biggest
stronger. Which
biggest brewer and biggest seller. So like globally, it is the biggest producer and seller of Guinness. They have stronger Guinness. I think it's like 6 point. We looked this up before. What is
7%.
it? Is it 7%?
7%.
Like yeah,
I want
it's
7%
quite
Guinness.
high percent, and they
That's
did
amazing.
like little stubby bottles. It's actually quite nice. Like it's real good. Like it doesn't taste like it's as strong as it is. But yeah, fucking Nigeria on the slide, just making deadly Guinness.
Or
It's
Irish than the Irish.
Fucking
Because,
yeah,
like,
absolutely more
Their
Irish than the
nation
Irish.
was invented by the British, and they kicked them out as well. They're very, very close. 7.5
We're not so
apparently.
different.
Right,
7.5. Fuck.
They put dark cherries in it. Oh my god, we need Nigerian Guinness. Apparently, Nigerian
Our
Guinness is the
research
future.
team has just texted in with some facts there. You know, one of the 20 strong researchers there. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah,
guys.
we have a lot of
did great
students
job.
we don't pay.
Yeah.
50.7 million barrels are either sold or distributed yearly from St.
Yeah,
James.
and then sold on for a disproportionate profit in most Dublin bars. What the fuck is going on?
If you want to come to Ireland, if you want to have a good time, do not drink in Temple Bar. I'm
Don't
sick
go
of being
near
stopped
Temple Bar.
by
Don't
American
fucking go
tourists
near
asking
Temple
for
Bar.
Temple Bar. Temple Bar is the worst place in Dublin to
Enjoy
drink.
your €7.50 pint of Guinness
Yeah.
or €8 pint of Guinness, like.
Wait, and it's like shit one.
5?
10?
10. Where?
No, wait, 8.40.
8.40?
I paid that at
8.40?
Temple Bar once. At the Temple Bar.
Yeah.
Bar.
Do you want to know
We'll
why?
call out Gogarty's as well for being overpriced bastards.
Absolutely.
That's a national tragedy to pay $8.40 for
Brilliant.
one.
We often strive for, if a pint of Guinness is €5 or under,
In Dublin,
that's the pub for you.
in Dublin,
That is the pub for you.
you're looking for €5 and under. Outside of Dublin, it becomes a bit
Buzz
different.
over with
Favorite
COVID.
pint,
Let's all go there. We'll celebrate.
favorite pint of
We'll
Guinness in
organise.
Dublin.
Favorite pint of Guinness?
In Dublin, for our Dublin
Um,
viewers, because we live in Dublin currently.
Shakespeare, Lord Edward.
Yeah, I think the Shakespeare.
I'm only going for places where it's €5.
€5. Oh, that's part of it.
Shakespeare, Lord Edward. Actually, that's a very Protestant sounding pub. Okay, strike that one off.
No lords.
No, I stick with that. Actually, it's a nice pub.
Yeah, I think the Shakespeare is banging.
Yeah, Shakespeare is grand.
So Shakespeare is this very, very strange pub on Purnell Street because it's also a very, very authentic Korean restaurant and an Irish pub.
And why it's an Irish pub, we'll never know, but it's fine.
As you can see, we have finished can 6. We're currently have our beautiful 7th can poured.
Do you know what
in
you're saying? Is
I
like,
don't.
To
This is
viewers,
all just...
to Jesus,
Pray to Jesus!
pray to God, Jesus.
So
goal.
this is actually a sponsored episode by one of our patrons, Christina Matthews, and also Dr. Bradley, PhD Bradley.
Pretty huge dick brothers.
So with our shop check pricing, which we do if we have a sponsored episode, we found the cheapest was Dunn Stores at €30 for 24 cans, which is an
Feels good.
excellent deal,
Yeah.
which breaks down to $7.50 for a 6-pack.
See, I've noticed this recently that you can get 4 cans of Guinness for €8, which is fucking daylight robbery.
€2 a
What
can?
is going on there? Like at €2
Bit much.
a can.
Bit much.
It's made over there. Like it's not like the transport cost is fucking.
No.
I don't know what notiony bullshit.
Yeah,
is
you're not
happening.
paying for your food miles on that one.
No. That's what infuriates me even more actually. If you're having a Guinness in town and it's like over £5 and you're
They
like,
could tap it from St.
you
James.
can fucking do it. Yeah, you can have like
tap
a
it from
pipe
St.
underground going to the pub and it'll be fucking nothing.
Yeah. But to rate them in terms of purchasing value, so in terms of $7.50 per 6-pack, do you want to go first? Will I go first? How are we going to slice this
For
dice?
$7.50 for a 6-pack of Guinness. Alright, I'll go first. I'm gonna
As a
give
stout,
it.
because usually we're rating lagers, but as a
Usually,
stout,
like, it's hard not to be a bit biased.
it is
because,
though.
like,
It changes the game.
Because I love stout. Like,
I feel it's circumstantial. Like you need access to glassware, you need access to
yeah,
a fridge.
this one is a tough
It's circumstantial.
one. I'm gonna go with 8 out of 10 because like Guinness is great, love it. The fucking price we found is actually unreal for Guinness.
So good
particularly.
for Guinness. I am also going to give it an 8 out of 10 for that because I think.
You fucking stealing bastard, being like, oh well.
And I
Mark's really
think
a wise
for me, the reason I'm knocking it is one, you need refrigeration, and you also need a glass.
man. Pint glass. You can like.
You can't.
You can drink out of the can, but like there's just some part of it, it's just like this is not
right.
right.
What we have learned is 8 Guinnesses are difficult to handle.
I think we kind of touched on it slightly before, where it's like it's the heaviness that comes with it.
Yeah.
Because it feels like there's a weight inside you, like holding you down when you're doing it.
But also, like, we have compared this to other beers in terms of its calorie content, and Guinness is actually lower on its calorie content. So we're like, where does the fucking heaviness come from? What's the most Guinea you have ever drank? I would say it's somewhere between like 11 and 14 pints.
I think like 20.
20 pints.
In around
10,
yeah.
over 10 litres of Guinness.
Around Christmas, I think me and my brother drinking Guinness. Probably.
Over how long a time period? So
Um,
is it like over 36 hours because like you're on that like bender?
No,
or
20 minutes.
You have not.
Well, you
Done
did.
that.
You can't prove it.
Genitals now
over
exploded
like
at
yeah.
water resistance.
Over
pressure.
like say from the start of the day to the end of the day, and only drinking Guinness as opposed to drinking spirits because normally I do all the
You think
spirits
you've
are
done
Christmas.
20 cans of Guinness?
I've definitely done like I'd say between 18 and 20 cans. Is
Wow.
probably the highest I've ever done.
So despite the fact that Guinness was founded by a Protestant, it has become the drink of the revolution, and we will bring down the rich and the proletariat. Mark Hughes?
No, you won't, fool. Drink of the revolution. It is Guinness. Drink of the revolution. You know what I think about every time I think about Candace Markovich and I think about the Easter Rising is Markovich was in Stephen's Green, wasn't she?
Yeah, with the pistol on her head.
Did you ever hear about the story of the chap?
Oh, the duck feeder.
The duck feeder. This is like one of my
This
favorite
is
stories.
brilliant.
One of my favorite stories of the revolution is this. Some dissidents showed up to Stephen's Green and was like, right, we're going to take over Stephen's
lock
Green.
it down.
Like, for whatever reason, the like impossible to defend area of fucking green grass
With
there
no
is, like,
resources.
with no resources
Wasn't bothered
or any
capitalists at all.
benefit apart from being like, well, it's one of the big things in Dublin, so that we should have that. And at some stage, this person
The
showed
gardener
up.
cycled up and was like,
And he's
it's like, oh no, I can't get into the garden today because the fucking revolutionaries are in. It's like, but I have to feed the ducks.
I had to feed the ducks.
Somebody has to feed the ducks.
Obviously, they were like, what it's a British agent, whatever the fuck is going on here. But I was like, someone showed up to feed the ducks and they were like, here, look,
I have to feed the ducks.
I get what you're doing, I don't really care about it. It's like, my job is to feed the ducks, can I go feed the ducks? And they debated for a while and they're like, you should probably let this person feed the ducks.
You can feed the ducks.
So the only person let into Stephen's Green was the chap who fed the ducks. He was just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but like there's some ducks in there that
And
need
they
this
need bread.
They need this bread so fucking bad. I don't care what fucking revolution is happening. I'm gonna feed the shit out of those ducks.
I think
And
that's the most Irish version of that story that's ever been told.
I love that so much. I want to see a feature film based on that person
On
who
the duck
fed
feeder.
the ducks.
So I think something that's gone a little bit unsaid up to now
Fundus.
is the fact that this is the season ending of season 1 of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Yes, we've fallen off a little bit of the release schedule, and we're sorry about that. But
Silence on your phones, guys. Sorry. Do you mind
sorry,
us,
our live audience.
Stay on our fucking live audience.
We have finished, and I hope you celebrate with us, the end of our first season of 1 to 10. So 1 to 10 is about
Great job.
doing 10 episodes. We have done 10 episodes of 1 to 10. We're not going to
10
say
of
that
1
this
to
is
10.
the end of 1 to 10. There will be alternative projects, which we do have in the pipeline. 1 to 10 will, of course, return.
Sorry, in
There is-
advance, we'd like to thank Andy McGrain, Jack Brown, and Tomas Connolly for funding us €50 a week now, and that's really going to help us.
Because
in our
they
off
told
times.
us that if we did a Guinness episode, they would give us
They get us
rake
such
of money.
good. So, like, I think anyone that knows these people that I mentioned should probably
Should
break
bully
into
them.
their house and beat them up if they don't do that. So,
Look, for the next while, there might not be as much 1 to 10 content coming your way. But there will definitely be Canamaniacs content coming your way. We hope you stick with us on our Patreon
also, yeah.
and as our subscribers. But
And
we
with
are
more
hoping to
suggestions as
diversify.
well.
And
Yeah.
look, we read every single comment that's posted on our YouTube. Please be more vocal on our YouTube and on our Patreon if you want to hear more from
We don't
us.
want to be entirely drunkards forever. Like,
No,
it's like-
because we
have
will
other
die
skills.
very, very young if we just continue to do this. And a lot less burps than a regular episode because of the lack of carbon.
Yeah. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy.
But I
Let's
drank
finish
10
this now.
cans.
10 cans, definitely.
Goodbye.
Oh, did I just finish? Okay. Fuck off, Manny. I would like to give my 10 can rating. Not the worst. Reminds me a lot of Danny's dad. So what I would say is, get your fucking tongue out of my arsehole. Wow factor. You can fuck off. What I can say about a wow factor for Guinness is, wow. And
It's a factor.
I will give it definitely a
Factor.
factor. How many factors do we have?
10 of them.
10 factors for this, alright. 10 out of 10 can rating. I would have done it before, but I just wanted to slow down because I want everyone else to have a good time. Thank you, audience. Appreciate it. It's Simone Beauvoir.
Simone Beauvoir is currently doing the worm. I've been asked to give my numbers. I'm going to give both a 10 out of 10 to both Wow Factor and 10 out of 10. I think I'm having a great time. Guinness is a great thing to drink 10 of. And if you're going to drink 10 of anything, absolutely fucking drink Guinness. But bye from season 10, for the first season, from season 1 of 1 to 10.
That's right. All of our guests,
our housemates. Let's get our director in.
Our director in, come in. Our studio audience was come on, Igor.
Come on, Kier, we gotta get our director. Our director has to come in. No, come on, we gotta
Jane Heroin.
Fuck Guinness!
Chris, Jane Heroin. No, just go with it. Just go with it. It's alright. No, you'll be better. You'll be better. You'll be better. I do very much look forward to looking back over whatever the fuck that was.
This is what has actually carried us through, is the deep leftist feminism personified by Simone de Beauvoir. And I actually love how she's like the reverse Mark Hughes for this episode.
It's kind of
Mark
funny.
has better lips now.
It's amazing.
I had to send Simone upstairs because when she freaked me the fuck out.
And you're dressed exactly
on my
like
own,
her.
and
You're
she
the
kept looking at me up
reverse.
there.
You're the perfect reverse Simone de Beauvoir. If you're orange and green, she's great. You're green and orange, and she's orange and green. Like, it's fantastic.